Wow, I still have so much white grapefruit. So let's hunt down 2 more cocktails that showcase this amazing citrus. Nothing obscure. In fact, let's use a couple of simple, mainstream recipes, the salty dog and the dogwood. I couldn't find any historical info on the dogwood, so this may be a more recent invention, and its simplicity may be its undoing. I don't make vodka cocktails, and I'm using gin instead, so I found a nice gin-flavored gin. So let's modify the ratios a bit. We're going to use 1.5 ounces of gin.
That's right.
2 ounces of white grapefruit juice. And a 1/2 ounce of elderflower liqueur. We're going to garnish this with a slice of lemon and a sprig of rosemary.
Baby, one day I'm hoping that you will be mine.
That's actually quite pretty, but let's taste it. Okay, no surprise here. Gin and grapefruit go well together, and the sweet and floral liqueur works well to soften it up. The rosemary is a little strong, and maybe some tarragon or lemon thyme would have worked better, but this is still a really nice cocktail, very refreshing, especially on a hot summer day. The Salty Dog is a classic from the 1950s, a salted version of the Greyhound, designed to make the sweet of the grapefruit pop out above the sour. Now, of course, in the 1950s, they were probably using the Dunkin' variety, which was quite sour, but now all we can get are pretty much sweet varieties of white grapefruit. I've started by zesting one of the grapefruits and one of the limes, and our ratios here are about 1 tablespoon grapefruit zest, 1 teaspoon lime zest, and 1 tablespoon Alaya salt. Now, of course, you can use kosher salt or whatever you've got laying around, but this has just a little extra punch from the Hawaiian dirt. Let's rim our glass and then throw together the cocktail. This one is hard to parse out because the recipes are all over the place. So I'm going with what I believe I will like, and that's 1.5 ounces of French gin against 2 ounces of grapefruit juice.
We get down to the beat, y'all. It's like we're not going anywhere. Maybe it's because there's something in the air.
Yeah, it's fine. It may be a little flat. I'm going to throw on just a bit of tonic water on top and see if we can effervesce this balloon. Okay, that's a little better. It's not bad, it's quite refreshing, but I'm sure there's better cocktails out there, especially one from the 1950s that was meant to change a drink from the 1930s, where we can't even really get the ingredients anymore. How about one more? And this one I'll consider our experiment. Not because I'm doing anything crazy, but I just can't fathom the flavor profile here, and I have not tried this one at all. It seems we're on a grapefruit and canine kick. How about a cocktail called the Dalmatian? Who's even heard of this? Comment below if you know this cocktail. It starts with a black pepper simple syrup, and I'm using about 1/4 cup of cracked black pepper with 1 cup water and 1 cup sugar. Bring this to a boil, remove from heat, and stir to dissolve the sugar, and strain into a bottle once it's cool. We've already done 2 cocktails on the rocks, so I'll spec this out like a standard grapefruit martini, subbing in gin for vodka and black pepper syrup for orange liqueur. So it's 3 ounces grapefruit juice, 2 ounces gin, 1 ounce each of lemon juice and black pepper syrup. That does look interesting. I'm not sure what I was expecting. In fact, my biggest concern was that this would taste like lemon pepper seasoning, but it's actually quite nice. That pepper is in there, but it's really mellowed out by the grapefruit. And maybe if you wanted more of that to pop out, we could reduce that down to 2 ounces instead of 3. Maybe I'll find some other uses for the black pepper syrup and give it its own video. I'm glad you were here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next one.